Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how I got this watermelon look, keep on watching. Alright guys, so for today's video, my stepdaughter chose my makeup for me. So, I've already got the primer on, and what she chose is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. So I already got that on. I'm letting that kind of sit for a few minutes, but let's go ahead and get started on the eyes. I always do my eyes first, just because if there's any fallout, you know, cover that up later with some makeup. Anyway, so let's go ahead and let's prime my eyes here. And I am using this eyeshadow primer from Avril. There it is. I got it off Temu, and it works great. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so for the shades that she chose some from the Juvia's Place Garden of Juvia's palette. So she's chosen this little pink one, Peony, and she also chose this green color here, along with the Morphe James Charles palette. She chose this bottom green one down here, so it's gonna be a little interesting. Okay, looking like a watermelon. All right, so let's get this started. We're gonna go ahead and take that pink shade, and we're just gonna put that right on our crease, or above the crease, and there's someone. Let's just have fun. All right, so I'm gonna take the color all the way up to my arch. I only got 3 colors to play with, so I'm doing what I can to make this work. Okay. All right. That's looking good. Let me go ahead and, so she wants me to use the glitter on the lid, and in order for that I need to have a sticky base. I'm going to take this brush here. I'm going to put some eyeshadow primer on there. We're going to cut the crease, kind of. I don't know. So let's do that real quick. All right, so that's looking good right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that eyeshadow. It's called Flower Petals. It's this green one right here. And with that, I usually just go in with my finger. I feel like it works better than a brush sometimes. So that right there. And I'm gonna use a brush, just a clean brush, to kind of just take off some of that glitter that's up here. And then I'm gonna go in with a packing brush. Right there, I'm just gonna, there we go. Just set a little bit more on top. All right, that's looking good. I'm gonna go back in with that pink shade and kind of feather that out out some, buff that in real quick. Okay, we're gonna go back into that pink shade with a little more like a crease brush, something a little bit more, you know, packed in. And we're just gonna put that inside the crease, trying to darken it up just a little bit right there. All right, that looks good. Now we are going to use that lighter green shade, but we're going to use that at the bottom, so I'll do that at the end. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and we'll be right back. All right, so the other eye is done. I went ahead and cleaned up the edges some, so it's not looking all crazy like. Okay, so let's keep going. So she didn't choose a color corrector for me, so we're just gonna have to work with the dark eye. She did choose 2 concealers for me though, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the Revolution IRL Filter Finish, and I'm gonna kind of use that as somewhat color correcting. No, so we're just gonna add just a little bit here, just a little bit there. I want to try and brighten up the under eye because I'd have some intense dark circles, so just blend that out here. Not sure that made it worse or better. Probably worse. Let me give it a little bit of brightness. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. All right, whatever. We work with what we got. Okay, so let's see here. So for foundation, she chose the KVD Good Apple. I am in the shade Tan 63. So we're gonna give this a little shaky. Always shake your foundations before you put them on. Make sure it's nice and mixed and well. So we're gonna put on my little thing here. Got it right there. I'm gonna take a brush and we're just gonna apply it all over the face. So this shade is a little orange for me, but like I said, we went with what we got. So I'm gonna take a sponge now and kind of, you know, just make it all look nice and even. So, go. Anybody else have a hard time finding like their right shade? I'm talking more so for those who have like my skin tone, you know, I'm like medium to tan, sometimes just medium. But I have pink undertones. Usually a lot of people have like the warm or golden undertones. I have pink undertones. So I have a hard time sometimes finding, you know, a good shade that'll fit my skin tone and undertone. So. Okay, now we're gonna go in some concealer, and she chose the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade 35 and medium. So we're gonna take some of that here. We're just gonna go for it. I got some dark circles, so I really want to try and cover those up. All right, some here, right here. All right, looks good. Let's bounce. All right, that's looking good. We're gonna add some, go back to the Revolution one. This one, it's in the shade C10, and I'm gonna put that one on my forehead. And bring it down the nose here. And I'm gonna add just a little bit to this. Can't really see it too much on camera, but when I say I have dark circles, I mean I have dark circles. So we do what we can to cover those up. I'm always putting the mirror right in front of the dang camera. You guys can't see anything. Goodness gracious. All right, now to blend this out, I'm gonna use a little packing brush here. I feel like it gives a more precise coverage, blendage, whatever you want to call it. All right, that's looking good. So for contour, she chose the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand, and this is in the shade medium. So let's get that done. There we go. Ooh, I squeezed a little too much out. All right, let's see here. Okay, now let's blend this out. A little too close to the camera. Let me back it up here. So as you can see, I went a little too heavy on these. I squeezed out a little too much. And so we're gonna take the sponge and we're gonna diffuse that here. There we go. Much better. All right, so for blush, we have the Juvia's Place Rosy Posy. All right. Now this stuff is extremely pigmented, so you really need just a little bit. So we're just gonna put that. That's it right there. Right there. And y'all know I always do my nose. Tiniest little bit on my chin. That's it. So let's build that out here. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start setting. We're gonna start with the under eyes. And for the under eyes, she actually chose 2 setting patterns for me. So for the under eyes, I'm gonna go with the Laura Mercier in Translucent. There we go. Of course, first thing is first, blend out those creases. That's the cat. All right, there we go. All right, take a little puff. There, I like to diffuse it on my hand. Reset. All right, that's looking good. I'm gonna grab just a little bit more, not just a little bit more. Make sure it really got in there. All right. Okay. All right. That is looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and take the other powder that she wanted me to use. Close this one up real quick. And that is the Puff Puff Pass Kimchi powder in the shade Translucent also. So we'll use that for the rest of the face. We'll just grab another little puff here and let's set the rest of the face. I always like to do just a little bit of baking. You know, give me that snatched cheek look. I do have a roundish face, so you know, I like the way it looks. And that's not for everybody, but I like the way it looks. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and brush off all of this. Sometimes I bake for a few minutes, sometimes it's just until I set the rest of my face. Just really depends on what all I'm trying to do here. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna go in with some bronzer. She chose the One Size in the shade Medium Dark Trio. Now for this one, I like to use these two right here. I like to use the top one for like up here. basically like around my face, and then when I go in with around my cheeks, I use the middle one. There we go. Create that shadow. Then we're gonna go in with that middle one. And we're just gonna take that just right here. All right, that's looking good. Now we're gonna go in with our blush, and she chose the NYX Buttermelt blush in the shade Getting Buddha. So that's this one right here. Okay, and we're gonna, and then we're gonna, there we go. Just lightly. These are also very, very pigmented, so just be careful. And this is coming from me. I absolutely love blush, and I do tend to go overboard all the time. So the nose, chin, all right, we're gonna go back into the one size bronzer thing, and we're gonna do my nose real quick. And I'm gonna take the top one just a little bit. This is not usually the one I use is the Rimmel one because it's lighter, but we work with what we got. So ooh, it's dark. All right. I like to do this part of your nose. I can't remember what it's called. The nostrils, there we go. The nostrils of your nose. You know, I feel like it makes it look a little bit skinnier, a little bit more snatched. Now this is looking like a mess, so we're gonna take a puffy and we're just gonna diffuse that out some. You know, you're only taking what's left on the puff here. Make it look not too intense. All right. That looks good. Let's go back in with this. Perfect. All right, now that all of that is done, we're gonna go in with that this lime green shade here, just a little brush, one of these like flat looking brush thingies. This is from Wet n Wild, get it for $1 at Walmart. So we're gonna go in with that. And we're gonna put it just underneath here. All right, there we go, that looks good. So we're gonna go ahead and, so we're done with the eyeshadow. She told me no eyeliner, so we're gonna go straight into the lashes. Let's go ahead and curl these real quick. And she gave me the Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara. This one right here. So let's go in there. All right, so there's the eyes, and let's move on to the lips. All right, so I'm gonna clean up my lips some here. That's a cat, y'all. All right, there's that. So for my lips, she didn't give me anything besides clear gloss. And this is from Essence Extreme Shine. So we got what we got. All right. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I'm gonna get closer to the camera so you can see. And this is a full face of makeup that my daughter chose out for me. So hope you guys like the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. We're not done yet. I almost forgot she chose a highlighter for me. This is from Sephora. This is in the shade Pink Flash. Now, I never use highlighter just because I don't like it. I have very oily skin, as y'all know, so, but she chose it, so let's go for it. Now, she wants me to use some of it. The arch of my brow, so right there. There we go. And then she wanted me to put some on the nose. So let's see. Ooh, a little intense there. Okay, there. All right, now we're done. All right.